The biggest challenge to President Obama's use of executive action was argued before the U.S. Supreme Court today. 26 states sued over the president's executive actions on immigration, arguing that his actions exceed his power. The administration says it was just doing what Congress would not. But with just 8 justices on the bench, the outcome could disappoint both sides of the argument. Chief Legal Correspondent Shannon Bream reports tonight on the case before the court.
Stop separating families!
Thousands of passionate protesters jammed the street between the Supreme Court and the U.S. Capitol today. As inside, the 8 justices heard an extended argument over whether the president went too far in 2014 when the executive branch announced programs that would essentially block the deportation of roughly 4 million people who are in the U.S. illegally. Texas is leading the 26-state coalition challenging the move, which it calls an unconstitutional end run around Congress.
If we allow a president, whether it's this president or a future president, no matter what their political persuasion or their party, to make changes in the law without congressional approval, then we will end up with a perverted constitution.
Some supporters of the president's executive actions appealed directly to the man they believe could make all the difference, Justice Kennedy. But today he expressed real skepticism about what the administration has done. Quote, "What we're doing is defining the limits of discretion, and it seems to me that that is a legislative, not an executive act." He went on to add, "The briefs go on for pages to the effect that the president has admitted a certain number of people, and then Congress approves it. That seems to me to have it backwards. It's as if that the president is setting the policy and the Congress is executing it. That's just upside down." Supporters of the president's actions say they're backed by both authority and necessity, that Congress has given the president the discretion to set priorities for who stays and who goes. Noting the discrepancy between the number of those here illegally and the funding provided for deportations, Justice Ginsburg today said, quote, "So inevitably, priorities have to be set." Democratic Senator Bob Menendez said today he believes the president has both the law and moral authority on his side.
And we believe at the end of the day that even though there are only 8 justices, there will be enough justices to uphold DACA and DAPA and keep families together.
And with just 8 justices, once again, we're facing the possibility of a tie. If that happens, the lower court ruling stays in place. In this case, the lower court put the president's programs on hold. So supporters of those programs have to hope they've convinced at least 5 justices today. Brett.
Shannon Bream outside the court. Shannon, thanks.